Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Tonight, we get to the meat of the series. Yoko fucking Ono. Yes, John's wife, the gold digger herself, the person who basically is blamed for the breakup of the Beatles. Yoko fucking Ono. Now, here's the truth about Yoko that most people don't realize. Yoko was a gold digger. She went after John on purpose. Well, actually, Paul at first. But Paul had the strongest personality of all the Beatles, basically. And so he rejected her advances. He's like, I don't want to have anything to do with Yoko. I don't like Yoko. And because, sorry, I'm kind of an itch under my nose. Paul had the strongest personality out of all of the Beatles, basically. And plus, he was not a junkie. He was able to resist her charms. In fact, he probably was like, ugly. That was Paul. But she saw John and realized and honed in on John's weakness, which was drugs, LSD, and heroin. And yes, John did heroin. There's proof. Look it up, research it. I will not be debated on this. She herself was also a heroin addict and needed somebody to do heroin with. And according to Tony Bramwell, who was a very, very trusted confidant of the Beatles, one of Yoko's ex-husbands, I think it was, one of her ex-husbands even told him that Yoko wanted to marry Beatle. In fact, she set her sights on one of them. She's like, either Paul or John. Because she wanted the Beatles fame. She wanted to marry a Beatle. And the fact that she said that she didn't know who the Beatles were was complete bullshit, because the Beatles had toured Japan, and Yoko was a native of Japan. She was a sociopath and a user. That's all she really was. And John didn't realize that he was caught in her spider web. But John used her as well as an ego, basically like an ego bat against Paul, because she was used as a way to one-up Paul. Here's how that happened. There was a rule when the Beatles made music in the studio that there was nobody allowed in the studio while they were writing, composing, and mixing their music, because that was just them. That was their intimate, creative time. Wives were not allowed. Children were not allowed. It was just the four of them and their music. Well, John wanted Yoko there with him. And many people say, well, it's because John was weak or he had mental problems. BS. He used Yoko to prove to Paul that he was in charge. That's all it really was. It was all about the egos at this point. And so Paul and the rest of the Beatles had to stay there as Yoko would try to control John and critique everything that the band had done. It pained George Martin, it pained Paul. Because Paul said, even though she pursued him, he didn't mind that John was with Yoko. I mean, who cared? I mean, really. But it was the fact that she was getting in the way of the music. And this was John's fault. So, in my opinion, and I don't like Yoko, don't get me wrong, I don't like Yoko, but I don't blame her for ending the Beatles' career. That will come up in the next video. But Yoko herself was part of the decline of the Beatles. I mean, she was there all the time while they were making their music. She was there for some of their live documentary things, the rooftop concert. And most people thought John was a man in love. That wasn't a man in love. He had a drug partner. Yes, they quit together, but after that, it was straight up Stockholm syndrome. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit comments for this, but it is what it is. Do the research and find out the kind of person Yoko really was. She was just using John. She tried to control John, and because John liked strong women and had mother issues, yes, he had mother issues. He loved his mother, but he had mother issues. He always wanted to have a mother, because he only had his mother up until he was about 17. She passed away. She got hit by a bus and so forth. That's basically what Yoko functioned for him as, a mother. So that was it. It was all just a codependent relationship. And John and everybody else, it was just got to be pear-shaped at this point. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Bye. Thank you for watching.